there is this one thing that you need to remember and keep in mind, because there's a difference between accepting it and understanding it. When you're feeling yourself like kind of in the process and it's super hard, and you're doubting yourself and stuff like that, the very basic thing, and you know it already, but I'd like you to really focus on that and remember it and keep it in mind all the time, so it can help you to keep moving forward even if you feel down. It's your emotions. Super simple, because now when you're looking at this video and I tell you this, you're like, obviously emotions, but like when you're in the emotion, like when the emotion is like taking control of your entire body and soul and stuff, like you're like, oh God, and then you just become blind, and then you just listen to this emotion. And the one thing that can really help you in the process, and maybe I have this metaphor because I was doing some sports and I just thought of that, when you're doing your series, and you're like in the effort and stuff like that, you become exhausted the more you do it, like the first time you do it, then you're like, it's fine, second time you do it, you're like, it's fine. The 10th time you do it, you're like, and then you look at like the timer, and every second that passes is more painful than the other one. And when you're in the process and you're just like crawling and you're like, I need to go towards my goal, it's like your motivation is at its peak, the first months, the first days, the first weeks, So it's like, you're like, oh yeah, it's good, I'm motivated, it's good. And then the motivation is going to fade away. Like when you do your sport, your energy is going to go away a little bit more every time. And every second is going to be more painful than the previous one. So the emotion sets in, and then you start doubting yourself, you start to remember. So it's a good thing, and especially if you start meditation on a daily basis, even if you don't see the result now, it's very important to do it. It's like bricks by bricks, you build the wall. You're going to notice that actually your emotions, they're just what they are, emotions, like thoughts. They're just thoughts, they're not you. You need to take a step back and realize, okay, I am in the emotion, I am in the process. This is painful now, but I need to take a step back, remember the big picture, the long-term journey. And this just now, it starts to be painful. And it's okay, because that's just the emotion of the moment, and you keep going. Because if you don't have this big goal, this direction, this vision, and you don't have this ability to put yourself apart from the emotion, take a step back and look at the emotion and be like, okay, this is just now, this is painful now. You're going to be in the emotion, you're going to see the timer going. You're like, oh, this thing never ends. Like when you're walking towards your goal, you're like, oh, this thing never ends. The next second is going to be more painful than the other. And then you're going to be like, if you don't have this ability to detach yourself from the emotion, you're not going to set in the emotion, you're going to buy in. And you're going to be like, fuck that shit, it doesn't make sense, it's too hard and stuff like that. And the emotion is going to take control over you. And that's when things go wrong. So start meditation. Realize, keep in mind that you're not your emotion, that you're not your thoughts, and share this video with someone. Peace.